Yes, sir. Huge weekend of arse eating by the boys over in Adelaide. Some huge scores this weekend. Some of the boys are absolutely just pigging it up over in Adelaide. So got a few 130 pluses, some really big scores, some good handful of 120s, then just some good all-round tons. And the rookies chipping in. I really probably only have one kink this weekend. Well, I'll have a few kinks every weekend, but in Supercoach it was one, and it was a trade-in. Absolutely let me down, but we love this man, so we're backing him into the hills. But apart from that, there was no issues in Supercoach this week. Got a 23.02. It was just so good seeing the boys eating ass. Like, it was so good seeing Lockie Neal just pig it up. I backed him in since round one. Been thereabouts, just getting you over the line for your hundreds, but massive 176 out of him. Unreal Gather Round was a success. Keynotes for next year, might even take a holiday. Head over there, watch a few games. I've got a mate that lives in the hills, and Mount Barker Oval absolutely looked pristine. So wouldn't mind sitting around there, knocking a few beers back, watching a few pigs just get after it and get a bit of arse on their plate. So yeah, so we'll get into it. We're going to do a couple of trades, but all around success, good weekend. Glad to be back doing Supercoach. It's fun, and yeah, let's just get after it. Rightio, here we are on the dashboard. I'm actually in the process of making a little intro stinger there, so between my intros to this part of the video, but I haven't finished it yet. Sort of doing it at work, but in my own time, and sort of when I get to my own time at work, I like to go home. So haven't actually started it. Haven't even really thought about it. I just know I need to do it. Could do it on my own computer because I've got a computer to do it. So probably will do it on my own computer. Actually, I'm not going to do it at work. So yeah. Don't know really why I said any of that. However, 23.01 for the week, so a top 10% for the week. Up 5k in the ranks. This is what we like to see, fellas. So we're sitting 14,360. Stoked with that. You know, like I said, after round one, I was 80-something Ks. So, you know, just smash it through. Yeah, I'd love to have another big week next week and get into that top 10k, but, you know, we'll just see how we're going. And yeah, I'll tell the team. So let me just, can you see? You can see all that. Was that a bit there going? Wouldn't mind making that just a bit. Oh yeah, no, that's the wrong part. How do you zoom out in that? It's a zoom out function or something. Anyway, fuck that. So in the back line we got King Arse Eater the 7th, Nicky B-Boy Slick Haircut Dacos. Absolute back flank pig. This bloke lives and breathes footy. Like, he's been sleeping with the footy since the day he was born. He 100% just thinks footy, wants to be playing footy, wants to just loves, like, the passion he has, he just lives and breathes it. Like, he just wants to be a Sharon. Like, if he could, I reckon when he dies, he'll melt himself down to ash. Well, he won't do it, but cremators will do it. Get him down to ashes and then somehow turn him into leather and just stitch him up into a footy and just let him continue to pick it up. So 5 scores, 129, 149, 109, 151, 128. Like, fuck. Just an animal. So yeah, Nicky B-Boy Dacos. He's my favourite player outside Geelong at the moment. And yeah, he did 42 touches, 850 metres gained, just down in their back line, causing an absolute fucking scene, and we love it. We genuinely love it. Jakey Lloyd, a 119. Stoked with that. So, yeah, I traded him in for Tom Stewart after he got injured in round one. And, yeah, round two, 102, 93, 120, and a 119. So, the last couple of weeks is really getting that scoring out of him that he's good for. But, yeah, happy with the Lloyd, little seagull. So, yeah, he'll be down at GMHBA this week, taking on the Cats. So, hopefully the ball's in our forward line a heap, and he's getting a bit of it, but not enough. But enough to give me a 120. And then the new trade, Mitchy B-Boy Duncan, 34. Absolute devastating score, but we love the GOAT. So, we know the team's the Duncan's Warriors. Like I said, he was the only chink in the armour this week. They played West Coast, a pretty depleted West Coast side. The ball wasn't down there a lot, and the couple of times he did get it, he turned it over and kicked on the full, like just real non-Mitch Duncan-esque type things. But I'm going to back him in. Against Sydney, the ball be in his hands a fair bit, so we back him in. But yeah, 34, not what we like to see on a trade-in. Someone actually commented on me TikTok and was like, how's that going for you? Funny, I'll cop that. And then, yeah, so Jordan Ridley, not Jake Ridley. 91, like we just can't quite crack that ton. We just can't quite, like I said, 107 round one, but your boy didn't have him. And then, yeah, 70, 96, 81, and 91. I'm going to start calling him Shane Watson, I reckon. He just can't quite get the ton, but, you know, some blokes like to eat ass, some blokes like getting their ass eaten. He's one that likes getting it eaten, and there's nothing wrong with that. Whatever chick is just absolutely tonguing up his cheeks, he's having fun as well, and he's having a good time. Or dude, I don't know. He might have a missus or a partner as well. I'm not sure. I should probably check these things out before I start claiming outrageous things. But, yeah, as you can see, the arse eaters get the big scores, and then the arse ETs, they get eaten. They just can't quite get the ton. So he's a bit of a watch at the moment, but, you know, hopefully we can start getting some tons out of him. Gimby, 51, subbed off, injured. Probably not injured, but like fully injured, but they'll probably rest him next week. So he's going to be gone. Wilmot, 68. I think I'm going to trade him as well. But yeah, so they've sort of made their money. Yeah, fucking break even of 81. Absolutely no thanks. And then break even 23. He'll get that. Is there some cash to be made? Another 17k. Yeah. I mean, fuck, you know. What can you do? Cowan, 198 at the moment. Bit of cash to be made there. Not a heap. And then hopefully Constable gets back in. Now we get to the midfield where the pigs just absolutely roam. So Clary got a 115, so he was my VC. Like I said, I missed a big one here. Lockie Neal, 176. Bont, 145. McRae, 112. Tom Mitchell got the 107. And then your rookies, Ashcroft, Phillips, and Baker. But yeah, I could have got... when I was watching him pick it up in Mount Barker, I was like, oh, your boy's out here just doing things. But, you know, you don't always make the right choices, but still happy to get a 176. Then a 145. McRae, Bevo plays him out of position a bit sometimes, and it makes me want to, like, cut my sack open, pull my testes out and time in a knot. But, you know, I don't really have the surgical hands. I'm a bit shaky, nor do I have the skills to do it, or the local anaesthetic to kind of numb the pain before you do such a procedure. So I will still steer clear of doing that, but I just would love Bev to just throw him in the guts where he does his best work. Tackles, contested pill, handballs. He's just out there. Don't play him on a back flank or in the forward line. Just get him in the middle. And then, yeah, Tommy Mitchell, 107. He's been good 4 out of 5 weeks. 109, 122, 109, 64, and 107. So, yeah, keep an eye on him. And then, yeah, Johnson on the weekend, 67. These other blokes didn't get a Guernsey. But, you know, that's part of footy, isn't it? Anyway, the Rucks, Grundy and Marshall, some big 120s there. We love that. Grundy's really thriving at the moment. And we'll see what happens when he brings Gorney. Big fella over here just having a grunt. What's that about, big fella? You weren't too happy with Grundy, were you? Hey? Who would you pick this week? Bloody hell. Anyway, and then Marshall picked it up as well, 123 in that ripper game against Collingwood. And then we come down the forward line, we can see the captain's choice here. So I just threw a bit of a... Because I was travelling so well, I thought, righto, Sunday, the Darts playing West Coast, they're a depleted side. The weather's going to be good. It's a small ground. I was like, he could kick 10. He could really kick 10. So I chucked the captaincy on him. Got a 119. Like, you know, that's not the end of the world. Like, a 119 for a captain's score. Like, you know, you definitely take it. He had 10 touches and 4 goals in the second quarter. And if he didn't have that, he would have scored a 50, I think. I think he got to half-time and then leant on the fence. But nonetheless, yeah, 119 out of him. So, look, obviously he was a fan pick at the start of the game, at the start of the year. I looked at the forward options and thought, let's sneak a pot in here. We'll go with the Dart. Anyway, we've got 3 really good scores out of him, and then the 80 and 77. So hopefully we can get more of these 120s. But yeah, a key forward is a really hard kind of player to have in Supercoach because their scoring is that far unbalanced. It's not funny, but anyway, he's looking good at the moment. Hopefully he kicks 10 against Sydney. But Yeah, Dunkley 133, picked it up Mount Barker, had a ripper time. I wish I was at Mount Barker. That Sadiavo looked pretty pristine. I know a heap of rain came, but it looked fun. And then Taranto 115 just keeps getting there, keeps getting the thing done. So yeah, happy with that. And then She's nuts, boys. How good's this bloke, eh? Ton. And big tons too, like 114, 120, 111, and then just a sneaky 100. But yeah, he's like, to me, I'm not even thinking about upgrading him. He's now got that defender forward option, so we can swing around and have a bit of fun with that. So, and then Philippou, I'm not sure how you say it, 57. So I think he's got a bit of money to make too. 20 more K, yeah, we might get 300K out of him. Van Ruin, I brought him in. Yeah, some more cash to be made there. We love that. Green, obviously he had a better score. Could have had him on field, but, you know, we miss these. Break even 15 cash to be made. Yeah, fucking hell, I think it was making money. But, yeah, so that's what we're looking at. And then, yeah, we're going to go aggressive on the trades here. We're going to use another boosted one. I'm going to have a lot of people in the comments going, you're fucking burning trades, mate. Let me live my best life. Activate. Yeah, Baker, I think. So we're going to go... trade him out. Right. So it sucks because I've already traded this bloke out, started him, but I'm bringing Stewart back in. Dawson's obviously the one that you want because he's getting them 150s, but for price, it's, 50k cheaper. Tom Stewart's still getting good scores, and it's the 10 GMHBA games Tom Stewart's going to play that's going to really do it for me. Geelong choke up their opponents, and they kick it down the line, and he just knows where to be. He gets those intercept marks, so get him in. And then a couple of rookies I'm getting in. I'm going to change this to the lowest price. Going early on a couple because there's not much around, but we're going to get in Wagner from Freo. And then, what was my next option? What was I doing? I don't know if he... Oh, yeah, defender forward. So, I think I swapped Constable in there. Oh, that's what I did, yeah. Swapped She's nuts down back and then brought in Seamus Mitchell. So, 57k left in the bank. Obviously going early on a couple picks. I'm back in the Hawks ones because they're playing some young fellas. I'm gonna put She's nuts on ground, obviously. And those guys, I might chuck the E on Wagner. Doesn't really matter. E on Johnson, and then the E on Green. Might even play Green over Van Ruin. But yeah, so that's how we're looking right now. So 27 trades left. Not ideal early on. But we just had to get Tom Stewart back in, just sort of, restructure a bit down there. For the VC and the C, who we got? Collingwood play late Sunday. Where's the Bont playing? Thursday night, Friday night, Optus Stadium. Yeah, the Bont, VC Bont, and do it now. Captain Nick Dacos on Anzac Day. Let's see if he can get the Anzac medal. That's what we're looking at, fellas. But yeah, things are going all right. We're tracking all right. Let me know how your team's going. Some trades, some rookies you're looking at, some primos. So upgrade targets for me. It's definitely Dawson down back here. And in the middle, I really want Merritt, Miller. And I haven't really had much of a thought who else in the middle, and then down forwards probably like your Cornelio, and that's about it for the forward line at the moment. So that's what I'm looking at. Yeah, fuck. Hopefully your teams went unreal, and if it didn't, well, there's always next week, I guess. But either, we'll see you in the next one, and fucking good on yous and that. So have fun.